I thought I was reading scripture, bro, Mel. I was trying to interpret it.
Hello, and welcome to the crossover, where nothing is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today. But first, let's check in with the Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stats, Aggie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big Jesus.
What's happening, everybody? Once again, it is time for At Home with the Crossover. I am your man, Big T, alongside my tag team partners, the usual cast of characters. And we're going to start by introducing the man with his hat to the screen, got his head turned around. Go ahead and spin around. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can see the Birdman has just turned his seat around to reveal himself with his Eagles hat on, his Eagles flag on the wall, the championship belt across his shoulder. For those of you who are new to the show, he's a diehard fan of all those teams, including Wake Forest and LeBron James. Birdman is in the house. Bird, what is up?
We've been practicing all week and only had 1 day of rest. That's how serious we taking our undefeated streak.
Okay. All right. There we go. Joining us again is Mr. Smooth. He's in the house, got the radio DJ voice. He's an Elon basketball legend. And Bro Mel is his name. Bro Mel, what's going on?
Hey, praise the Lord. Glad to be back again. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Absolutely. Your season is here. NBA is here. College basketball kicking off pretty soon. I know you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And then we got the queen, mama, the doctor, the entrepreneur, first lady. She is all of those and more. TP is her name. She's definitely in the house. What's going on, TP?
Blessings to everyone. Blessings. So blessed to be here as usual.
There you go. Big game for the Aggies this week. Big game for the Aggies. Hey, and then so that leads us into the man that brings the Ag swag to the show each and every week, represents Aggie pride nationwide, all of that good stuff. Got his gear on as usual. Aggie P is his name, and he joins us once again. AP, what's up?
I think you said it all, Big T. Aggie pride is nationwide. Hashtag.
There you go. This week, this is it. And then look at him down there, laughing his head off, leaning to the side, got the sunglasses on because he's blind as a bat. Radar Charles is his nickname, but the name we like to call him is Radar. He's in the house. Radar, why you laugh?
Narrow is the way, Big T, when you stay with an Aggie in this G-Hole. I had to move out. I'm boycotting all Aggies this week. Matter of fact, the Aggie tried to call me, Big T, before the show. I said, I'm not answering that call.
So you're not. You say, forget that, huh?
Forget that. I'm not. So I'm at an undisclosed location because I don't want any Aggies to get on me, you know.
Oh, okay. All right. You're the underground bunker. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, and then last but not least is our baseball guru, and his time of year is coming down the stretch run. We are on the last leg of the baseball season. I know he's excited. He's got his hat on, and he's ready to represent. This man knows more baseball. He's forgotten more baseball than I know, and his name is Stats. Stats, what's going on?
Well, it's time. It's that time of year where I get a little sad.
I bet you do.
Till next February after this. This is the last stretch for 3 major baseball leagues, which I will get to on the segment.
All right. Hey, and together, y'all, we are the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. On this edition of At Home with the Crossover, we got addition by subtraction for the Panthers, or at least that's the way it looks after one game. The legendary number 12s from the Bays are struggling. Clemson, the Tigers, they're perfect, but they're not getting a lot of love for that perfection because a lot of people thought they didn't look too good on Saturday. I want to give Syracuse credit. But we got all of that and much, much more. But first, we're going to start off with the hot topics. Hottest stories of sports may not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's the things we, the Tunnel Crew, want to talk about. And you know what? We're going to give the man himself the opening because, like I said, the World Series is set now. And those league championship series were an embarrassment. I mean, one team got swept 4-0. The other team got beat 4-1. Right. I mean, show up, will you please? So we're going to hand it off to Stats, our resident baseball guru. Stats, update us on everything that's happening in the world of baseball and get us ready with a World Series preview.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the theme for the next 2 weeks, ironically, because this is the final stage of baseball.
Is it going to go that long?
Hopefully we'll get there this time. I think it will go 7 games. That's my prediction. Don't mark me. But Series of the World. I'm going to talk a little about the World Series, the Korean Series over in Korea, where a lot of MLB players come from. And I'm going to get to the Chinese Baseball World Series next week, but I don't have time on that today. This is the first fall classic I've witnessed under the new roof. So I thought I would show you guys this baseball for you who are watching on YouTube, signed by the 1989 World Series MVP, Frank Viola of the Minnesota Twins. And I have the 1991 World Series hat on now. But leading up to this series, I attempted to gauge fan confidence in the Yankees among their own fans, as well as opposing teams' fans. And I just couldn't find it. It made me so sad that they had no faith in their Bombers. Among people I spoke to, one of them was my neighbors, and he was one of the lone believers. In the 4 people I asked about the ALCS, that the Yankees were going to mount this miraculous comeback down 2-0. That was the current state of the series that day. The Astros swept them right out of the Yankee Stadium. They booked their 3rd strip to the series of 6 seasons. I mean, how much more predictable could it have been? Again, on Monday at Sheetz, I saw a baseball fan wearing his Braves gear, and I was rocking my Dodger blue sweater. So I saw it as an opportunity to point out that neither of us is playing right now. And even the Braves fan concluded that he didn't think anybody was going to be Houston either. They lost to Atlanta last year. Maybe that's his logic behind that. But they have been a true powerhouse since about 2015, which makes me a little irritated. The underdogs over in Korea.
Don't you mean true cheaters?
Right. Whatever you want to call it. Over in Korea, former Padre Casey Kelly, the Padres got eliminated in an ugly fashion by the Phillies 4-1. But we're not going to talk about that yet. His birthday is on my parents' anniversary, Casey Kelly of the LG Twins. He pitched 6 quality innings to lead the LG Twins over a game 1 win over the Kiwoom Heroes early on Monday. Then they lost on Tuesday, so that series is tied at 1 over in Korea. LG hasn't won a KBO title since '94. Kiwoom has only appeared once in the last 12 seasons. But the main story I wanted to get to was what happened between the Phillies and the Padres. Actually, on Sunday afternoon in a game I witnessed here at the house. At Philadelphia, 37-year-old David Robertson took the ball in Game 5 for the Phils. Now, he was looking to close out the series for the Phillies over the Padres. They were up 3-1, the Phillies were. It's probably arguably one of the biggest saves he had to get in his veteran career, which has been somewhat lengthy, over 7 years. He was sent packing from the Bigs, though, in 2020. He was 35 years old. He posted an ugly 6.06 ERA for the Phillies the year before, and they were like, hey, get out of here. But whether it was due to a lack of roster flexibility or the pandemic, they cut him loose. And the semi-pro High Point Rockers, the team that I used to work for, picked him up. So I saw him pitch last year. Thought that was interesting. In 2021, after a whole year of toiling here in the semi-professional league, Atlantic League in the Carolinas, he finally made it back to the show for the Rays. He only had 12 games, but he got a couple saves. He got like 6, and he parlayed it into a 1-year deal with the Cubs. They had a disappointing season, and then they traded him back to Philadelphia, a team where he closed them out. He didn't show them any brotherly love back in July when he closed them out. It was 1, 2, 3. So the Phillies were like, hey, let's get him back. He's not washed up. Let's get him back. Let's get him back. And it worked out all right for him because Robertson, a pitcher who had made the Fall Classic as a Yankee, knew his task, which was to get 3 outs. He didn't have to get 3 strikeouts. He had to get 3 outs. And he got his 3 outs. He walked the first batter. Then Will Myers, triad native. He didn't done much. He battled to a 3-2 count, struck out. Brandon Drury, the former Red with Pop, he still has dreams of getting to the World Series. I mean, it's hard when you're playing for Cincinnati and San Diego to get to the World Series. But he walked, and then Robertson walked one more and got those final 2 outs with the ball being put in play. Ground out, pop out, Phillies go to the World Series, and Robertson booked his second trip to the World Series in his second big league go around. And that's all I have for this week on Isaac's Stats World Series edition. Baseball.
All right. Well, hey, I got one question for you before we let you go.
Yes, sir.
So all the talk now is Aaron Judge. He turned down the offer to stay with the Yankees. He's a free agent. I've been hearing a lot of talk about him possibly going to your Dodgers.
He's the Cali kid. I really don't know where we would put him on the roster. I think that they find space, but it would mean somebody's going to have to DH. And I don't know if that's going to be Bellinger or Gallo gets cut or Gallo traded. But if you got time to make space for Aaron Judge and you got money, you make it happen. So
they're
in win now mode. Dodgers, I told you, they're in win now mode, and they understand this game is hard. I hope they understand that.
Boy, they getting like the Lakers, just going out and trying to get everybody. Well, hey, to our 2 Yankee fans on the panel, y'all are flanking each side of me on YouTube for those who are watching. Bromel and Birdman.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna give you the final word on the Yankees season. Swept 4-0 right on out the playoffs, which I was fine with that because y'all know I said I'm not a huge baseball guy, but I love to see the Yankees lose. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, it's not nothing new. It's just the point is that when you get to the playoffs, then you got to play a different brand of ball. You can't go for the home runs all the time. And they didn't play small ball. They had people on base. They just couldn't bring them across. Yeah. And you have to realize the main starting pitcher, he gives up a home run every time he pitches. So, Cole gives up a home run every time he pitches. So, but still, I had faith that they would, come through. But hey, it's the playoff. Things happen.
I guess I was just surprised that they got swept. I didn't. It wasn't surprising that they lost. It's just the way they lost. Bird, any thoughts from you?
I agree with Bro Mel. It's a different breed when you get to the playoffs. And we always get to that point. We're this close to the brass ring, but we just fall so short.
Yeah.
Got to change a lot of stuff around.
I was talking to my boy Zach from New York City, diehard Yankee fan. I couldn't believe that boy was at Game 4. I was like, you might be the most loyal Yankee fan I've met my entire life, because I would not drop it. Watch my team get swept. There's no way I'm doing it.
He didn't think they were getting swept, though, man.
You got to wait in New York traffic, and you got to watch them get swept, and they're going to celebrate on your field.
Nobody thought they were going to get swept.
You can say that after it's over with, but you ain't saying that before.
Right.
Anybody can say that after the game is over with.
That's right.
But it was a good series. It wasn't that they got blown out.
No.
The point is that what's the game? You got to keep the ball in play and don't get out. And they weren't doing that.
Yeah.
I saw one at bat. It was against a minor league guy that Astros called up for the playoffs, Brown. He played for the Space Cowboys. And he put 2 runners on base. This was on Saturday. And nobody bunted. Strikeout, double play, inning over. I knew. I was like, that's why the Yankees gonna lose right there. That's why they don't know how to manufacture runs. Right. You got to manufacture this time of year. You have to, unless you're Phillies. Your Phillies just hit home runs every day, basically.
Yeah. Well, and y'all are absolutely right. I mean, every sport has, it's a different postseason. I mean, we see it in the NFL. The hitting is harder in the playoffs. Teams are more physical, and if you don't rise to that challenge, you're gonna get beat. So, hey, you got to know the game changes once you get to that postseason. That's why they call it the postseason. It's a different season. It's a different monster from the regular season. All right. Well, hey, for all you baseball junkies and enthusiasts, I know y'all love that opening segment. That's all we're going to say about baseball the rest of the night, though. So, so hope you enjoyed it. When we come back on this edition of At Home with the Crossover, we're getting deep into NFL, and we'll talk about that and much, much more on the other side of the break. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And you can catch the Tunnel Crew, Birdman, the Eagles fan, Bro Mel, Mr. Smooth himself, the entrepreneur, the queen, the professor, first lady. You know, she's chilling in the mansion. And I mean, she got the mansion now. And it's Stats, Mr. Baseball Knowledge himself, Mr. Baseball Encyclopedia. You just heard him if you listen to the first segment. Aggie P, of course, representing Aggie Nation. And you don't want to miss Radar Charles trying to pretend to spray something. I don't know.
Get rid of all these Aggie.
Oh, you're trying to get rid of. Oh, okay.
Aggie pride out here. Don't you smell it? I smell it.
He just demonstrated how much he can't see because there are no Aggies in the room with him. I mean,
just smelling his upper lip. That's all.
I smell Aggies everywhere.
But anyway, you don't want to miss all the fun, the joy of the Lord shining through the Tunnel Crew each and every Tuesday on YouTube. Go at 7 p.m. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know about it. And catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on YouTube. And then on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. And that's Thursday nights at 7 p.m. All right. TP, do we have anybody, any comments, any social media shout outs from the fans, the listeners of the show?
So we have a comment that says Radar is hating on the Aggies.
Always.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
He wants to hate on North Carolina A&T homecoming week.
On homecoming. Hey, and they done won 4 in a row, and they want to talk junk. You know?
Well, you know, that's what happened when you on the sidelines or up in the stands or better yet behind your screen because you didn't like you out there. So, you know,
I mean,
haters want to hate.
4 in a row, you know, and got homecoming this way. Hey, 2-0 in the conference, and you're gonna give them a hard time, man. Come on,
that'd be a shame if they lost home.
They say that Campbell's gonna be tough on Saturday. They 2-0 too, yeah.
They might do something, right, Bro Mel? They might do something.
Hey, they tough.
They might make some noise.
I'll leave it like that. That's a tough team.
I'm gonna have to go find me a Campbell shirt.
Oh Lord.
You can go find you one, but you still paying that antique tuition for that Sunny boy. So hey, that don't make no difference. Keep
Oh man, say bring that money in. Huh?
Hey, Deion Sanders must be the money.
That's right. All right, now on to the NFL, where last week the Panthers, they made a big trade where they traded Robbie. It's a little over a week ago, I should say. They traded Robbie Anderson, disgruntled wide receiver to Arizona, and you thought, okay, he was showing out on the sidelines. Coaches, get him out of here, But then they shocked everybody last week by trading their best player, Christian McCaffrey, to the San Francisco 49ers. And let me see here. They got in return, which is a lot now. It was a good trade for the Panthers. They got a 2nd round pick, 3rd round pick, a 4th round pick in this coming draft, 2023, and a 5th round pick in the 2024 draft. It's a lot for them. Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on the Panthers trading Christian McCaffrey, but getting all those picks in return?
Can I say something real quick, Big T?
Yes, sir.
I remember somebody, I think it was Aggie P, called me crazy when I said at the beginning of the year they were going to trade McCaffrey. He said, "What? Radar? That's crazy."
Aggie P, like, what?
Really? Is that's just too far fetched?
Roll the tape. I don't remember that.
Say roll the tape.
No
You
problem.
can go back on YouTube real quick and find that real quick.
Roll the tape.
Let me help you. Don't waste your time, sir. I got it. I got it all already on standby. I'll send it after the show.
Don't side with Radar Bird.
Say don't side with
You don't want to go down that road.
Oh man.
Well, to defend, if I did say that, Radar, at that particular time, it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
But
that's true. That's true.
Whenever you think about it, and I think Big T had brought this up before, the guy is prone to not be healthy.
Yeah. Yep.
During the season. And my theory on that, the reason that he's not healthy is because I never seen him as a running back between the guard and the I think he would be better suited with the 49ers out in space. He's very fast and he can get away from the defensive backs.
Yeah.
Or it can bring some matchup problems on the defense. Because if you got Debo and the other guys and you bring him into the mix, you might have a linebacker to have to check him.
That's right.
We don't know what's going to happen against a linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I think that might be, I didn't get to see the Panthers game this past Sunday, but whoever the running back is, he's probably better suited to run between the guard and the tackles.
Yeah.
He's a little light, man. I mean, he's quick, but I just never seen him as that type of back. So, you bringing up old stuff, Radar, hey. I might have said that, but I'm going to defend why I said it at the time, and now here's my rebuttal.
And if I may add one other little point, Bro Mel, hey, I only brought it up because I thought it was a good deal for both parties to get rid of him, go to a better team, better situation, and they get some picks.
Yeah.
Because hopefully they can go after my man from Tennessee. If they get the right picks, right time, you bring him in, he already showed he can play. You can build around him.
You think he's going to be around do they have a 1st round pick? I don't even. I mean, I guess I don't know if they traded their own 1st round pick or not. But I don't know. He might not make it to the 2nd.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you're right. I think that was a good trade. Because just like Aggie P said, when you go between those tackles, man, you got to have some beef behind you, and that's where he was getting hurt at.
Yeah,
and then they got some draft picks which going to help them along the way. Yep. So that wasn't a bad move. To me, it wasn't a bad move. But it also let you know what they had behind him, but didn't get the opportunity to play.
Yeah,
When you put Foreman in there. And, you had Hubbard there, and then you have the rookie from, Virginia Tech?
Yeah.
They ran the ball, man. They ran the ball, but
well, and it's funny that you say that because on the field performance without McCaffrey, like we said, the Panthers they got the win 21-3, dismantling Tom Brady and the Bucs. And the thing about it is, like you said, 173 rushing yards as a team. That's a season high. And that's not something you would expect a team to do when they let their number one running back go. But like we said in the opening, maybe it's addition by subtraction. Because, sometimes when you get more of a rotation going and you start to mix guys up and, maybe sometimes that's better for you, especially if you got a team like Carolina where they got this really good defense and they need to be more physical on offense, because like Aggie P said, McCaffrey's not made for that.
Yeah, but if you looked at the Panthers, before they always had two running backs. They had the running back that they pound the middle, and then you had the scat back that they hit the outside corner.
Thunder and Lightning is what they used to call them. Yep.
And they haven't had that since that occurred. And when he came in, it changed the whole offense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Birdman, me and you, we like 10 for 10, right? When it comes to the Panthers. Because you called it with Baker. I called it with Ed. I called it with McCaffrey. We like the dynamic duo over drafting.
Right. Yeah. So give him the clap, Aggie P.
All right, you got your
Well, hey, I was kind of surprised. PJ Walker with 16 out of 22 for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns, no picks.
No picks.
Did you watch him play in XFL? He wasn't bad.
I know. But it's fun. But isn't it interesting how good you look when you get 173 yards rushing from your running game? I mean, let's go back to Tampa Bay. Okay, Tampa has no rushing yards. Tom's trying to do it all, and after they started 2-0, they're 1-4 since that 2-0 start. 3-4 on the season. So running game, it helps you. Go ahead, TP.
I was gonna say I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed it. And I'm not a Tom Brady hater, but I enjoyed when they did it. Earlier in the week, I'm not gonna lie, when they announced that they traded Christian McCaffrey, my heart just kind of sunk. Like we don't have nobody that we just really know on the team.
Yeah.
But they kept saying on the news that how it was going to be a great business decision in the picks. So I think then everybody was just wondering, but I really think this just kind of helped to rejuvenate some fans. Like, even if you're not a fan, it's just when you've been down so long, had to go through a new coach, you got another new coach. And I'm sorry, but I just had to say I was really happy for Steve Wilkes being an African-American coach and then beating Tom Brady. I really enjoyed that. I really, really did.
At the other brother's expense.
Got him on the hot seat.
Hey, he's sitting on the sideline. Every time they put the camera on him, I said, oh, man, he knows.
He did better for the Jets. He did better for the Jets.
Right. And Tom was supposed to make it easier for him.
Yeah. Right. He knows he's in trouble.
You should have saw his face on the end of the game. I mean, he just in disgust.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At the end of the game, it was more like the face, like Radar be making, like.
Yeah, he know things aren't gonna be comfortable for him until he gets things heading in the right direction. Because, oh man. Well, hey, give the Panthers credit. I mean, they did really well, but like we said, Tom Brady, that's the 10th time in his career that a Tom Brady led team didn't score a touchdown. Now, let me point this out to you now. He has started 356 career games, including the playoffs. So to me, what the Panthers did is sort of like history, because out of those 356 starts, only 10 of them has his team not scored at least one touchdown. And the Panthers,
that's like shutting out Jordan.
There you go. The Panthers are now on that list. So list. Big time
without
win.
McCaffrey and without Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. That's right.
Without Matt Rule.
Without Robbie Anderson.
Without Robbie Anderson.
Well, here's the thing, though. On the non-football side, everybody is wondering if his personal life is interfering where he didn't do well on the up there. If he worried about, man, if I keep playing, I may lose my relationship and my family. So people are wondering about that as well.
Hey, and that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Hey, but he made that decision.
Yeah, that's right.
He made it.
Made your bed, you gotta lay in it.
Tom did some things the last few weeks that, he wasn't focused. Last 2 weeks, he did some things that nobody else would have been able to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Aggie Pete, like you said, he's out of season,
Yeah, this is what happens, man. When when God say something,
if
you see this up and you try to prolong it, this is what happens.
This is what happens.
Retired after
whatever.
Yeah.
What's your stats?
Should have retired after the documentary. It was good.
After the documentary. That should have been an exclamation point on it.
Been it. Like, it was good. Let that be it.
Hey, real quick, because we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers on the other side of the break. But real quick, NBA season kicked off, and so far the Celtics 3-1, Bucs 2-0. Hey, our Hornets are 2-1, and they put a record-setting beatdown on the Spurs. Worst beatdown under Popovich for the Spurs. And Zion Williamson, y'all, he had 25 points in his debut. He's averaging 22 points, but he's out tonight because of a lower back contusion after he hit the floor hard on a dunk last night. Man, Zion just can't catch a break. After he said he's going to destroy the league this year, 30 pounds lighter, he's going to destroy the league, but he's out again. So
not on tonight.
Hopefully,
for some hamburgers.
Hopefully it won't be too long, y'all.
You should wait till he got halfway through.
Hey, y'all, catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday nights, go to WLJFradio.com to listen to the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. When we come back, it'll be time for our question of the day.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.insurvice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry, join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
100.7 WLJF.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Make sure you catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. live on YouTube. You can go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find us online there also, WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and the iTunes Store. Hey, TP, do we have any social media shout outs, comments, or anything from the fans and listeners?
Just everybody's just listening in and giving us their support.
All right.
Yeah, we just posted the question about Zion, so we'll just wait to hear back, see what people say.
And we thank everybody for your support. We appreciate you listening to us and tell everybody you know about it.
We don't have any North Carolina Central Eagles on there posting any love for the show.
No. They done went quiet since the Aggies won 4 in a row. They done went back and hiding.
So they just undo the big win they had at the beginning of the year. We just gonna gloss off of that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry. I gotta say this.
Say something.
It's funny how we start off 0-3, but we win 4 straight. Now y'all Aggies want to come out the woodwork.
Right. Like they beat Alabama or somebody.
Right. Y'all ain't beat nobody. Y'all in a weak
conference. Representing. Who are you even representing?
Real quick side note, bro, man, when I looked at the list of schools, I said, are these museums or are these universities?
They in a weak conference. They can't even hang in the ACC. Get out of here.
All right, hey, we're gonna move on.
This is what happened was when people want to be Aggies but couldn't get in because
I'm gonna tell you, I'm impressed, man. I mean, because they started horrible, you know. I mean, there was some ugly losses there, and it looked like it was gonna be a long season. So I'm impressed, man.
It looked bad. Impressed. It looked bad there, Big T.
It looks.
I thought we was gonna have to call Grey's Anatomy.
Looks pretty good now, though. Hey, real quick before we move on to this, to the Green Bay and the question of the day, the Blazers, y'all, in the NBA are 4-0. And the Lakers are 0-3. Once again, the Lakers are looking like the Lakers. They looking old, looking tired. It's funny how the more things change, the more they stay the same.
And they love blaming Russ.
Yeah, they love to blame Russ. And it's not all on him. You know, it's definitely not all on him. Hey, and like I said,
everybody.
And it's good to see that our man from the Nets, what's his name?
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons, still only scoring 4 points and fouling out 2 out of the 3 games, you know. Ben, like we say, the boy, they stay the same. All right, let's look back to Green Bay because they had another stunning loss. It was their 3rd straight loss, and this time they had a 14-3 lead in the second quarter and lost to the Washington Commanders. And Aaron Rodgers only put up 179 yards. Biggest issue with them has been running the ball. In the 3 losses, they've had 94 yards, 60 yards, and 38 yards total rushing the football. And so they've got some issues. We talked about Tampa Bay having some issues. Both of them are 3-4. Both of them are going into big games this week. Tampa is playing the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, they desperate and need a win. Green Bay is going on Sunday Night Football into Buffalo to take on Josh Allen, Diggs, and the Bills. And so they're staring 3-5 in the face, both of these guys, legendary quarterbacks. So the question of the day is this: who is more likely to turn their season around? The Aaron Rodgers-led Green Bay Packers or Tampa Bay? Who does the Tunnel Crew think has more of a chance to right the ship and get things back on track? And I'm going to hand it off to you, Tunnel Crew. Have at it.
Before I let the crew go, I'm just make mine quick. After I saw that game with Tom Brady, I'm going to just go with Aaron Rodgers. Because the Panthers were terrible. We all know it. Morale was down. And if Tom Brady could not get it together, then Aaron Rodgers can get it together a little faster. And that is my pick. Anyone else can go.
Boy, hey, I love how that was like straight to the point. It was just like, hey, after I saw Tampa Bay, Green Bay.
Now, I think on Green Bay that we may not, we probably have a good chance of winning the division, but other than that,
yeah,
you're not going to turn it around. Not the way they're playing right now. They're not.
Yeah.
You got the Lions, which is Lions done improved now. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
In Chicago, they ain't gonna do nothing. Then you got Minnesota. So
who was right now running away with it, 5-1.
Mm-hmm. So I can't say Tampa. Tampa is like a light switch. You can turn them on sometime, and you turn them off sometime.
They offense is horrible. I mean, anytime a Brady-led team can only put up 3 points on the Panthers, and I don't know if y'all saw the pass that Evans dropped. This man was open by about 10 yards.
He wasn't focused on that game. Man, he's in there messing with his ankles and grabbing his leg. If you don't want to play, just tell the coach you hurt and just sit on out. They were showing him on the sideline. He wasn't focused in that game.
He sure was focused on signing them autographs in the tunnel, though.
Right.
With the referee.
That's what I'm talking about.
You gonna play superstar?
Hey, why did they even want his autograph after that drop?
Supposed to be running a post for the touchdown. He stopped halfway to the goal, man. And wonder where the ball was in this pass.
So you think Green Bay has a better chance of turning things around than Tampa?
Yeah, I think Green Bay has a better opportunity, but you got Tom Brady. He's supposed to be the GOAT, right?
Yeah, supposed to be. That's right.
Yeah,
you just have to wait and see on him.
Yeah. Hey, I wouldn't doubt him.
If the NFC South wasn't so trash,
I
would say that Rodgers had a better chance, but the division is absolutely pitiful.
Yeah,
I don't even know how the Falcons are even in the race. Honestly, it's just because the Bucs have been inept. The Bucs have been inept, basically. So I don't see anybody taking that division from the Buccaneers. Not Tom Brady.
Yeah,
not nothing that he's going to do spectacular to win this division. I just believe it is that bad.
It's that bad
of a division, and the Bears are not a bad football team.
Yeah,
I mean,
they showed that last night.
They should have beaten the Commanders, so they really should be almost 500. But they had terrible coaching in that football game from the whole game, to start to finish. So, I mean, the Bears aren't a bad football team. I really think they have a really good defense. Fields looks like he's growing as a quarterback. I wouldn't rule them out as a wild card contending team potentially. I don't know. Yeah, see about them. They're better than Detroit, that's for sure.
No, Tampa has a hard time with the Saints. New Orleans always have Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they do. I mean, even earlier this year when they played, they were struggling with them until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And Winston wasn't even 100%.
No.
And, Atlanta, they play good at home, but they don't play good on the road.
Yeah.
They beat Tampa Bay.
Yeah. So.
Mariota looked like he was at Oregon.
Yeah. Hey, who else wants to comment on this? Answer this question. More likely to turn the season around, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers or Tampa Bay? And I said Tampa, T-O-M, Tampa Bay.
That's a difficult question. I mean,
yeah, they both look bad.
I guess it all depends on the players that are injured or the players that play, and also the remaining schedule.
Yeah,
up through Lambeau Field.
Yeah, because you got them cold weather games coming up.
Yeah. It's cold out there, and we all got to have a running game. So for me, man, it's just difficult to say which one.
Yeah,
because it's the game of football.
Yeah,
but I do know if Tampa Bay does not establish a running game,
that's right,
and they stay one-dimensional.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna do nothing.
It's gonna be rough for them. It's going to be rough. I mean, their defense, like you stated earlier, was playing good ball in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like they have, something is going on there. So I don't know. I guess I had to go unanimous with Green Bay.
Wow.
That's, like I said, that's a difficult question, but Lambeau Field, Tampa Bay doesn't have a running game. Hey, let's go with Green Bay.
So far, it's 3-1. Only one going with Tampa is stats right now. Bird, Radar, y'all want to weigh in?
I'm going with Tampa Bay, man. I think they can turn it around. They have less to go through. And Tom can motivate people. Tom, I think Tom tells people he'll give them part of his salary if they play well, because it's going to save face for him.
Is that what he was doing?
Was make the playoffs.
Is that what he was doing when he's yelling at the offensive line last week?
Man, don't you remember that Rolex I gave you?
When he was making them look like 4-year-olds
for the birthday. Ooh. And you out here blocking like this?
Hey, when he was out there yelling at them like they were some 4-year-olds.
Aggie P and Bro Mel can yell at me like that as long as they fill in my pockets. Okay. Yeah, Bro Mel, I messed up. You know what? Let me go ahead. I like being chewed out.
Well, hey, it didn't help. I mean, because that was against the Steelers when he was yelling at them like that, right? It didn't help because they didn't look any better against the Panthers. So,
right.
Bird.
First things first, Stats has some nerve to call the NFC South trash, knowing good and well that we were the NFC least and we just now getting good since 1990. Second of all, Green Bay has more of a chance of improving because Tom Brady messed up. Noah, God, Jesus, all of the seventh heaven told him to stay in his 40-day fast. Retirement fast. He wanted to get out there in the great flood and it wasn't dry in the world.
Oh man, he preached.
You know, he decided to drown. He didn't want to listen. Let it go.
Hey, y'all didn't know y'all could come to a sports show and get a sermon, did you?
Oh no.
Right. The analogies and everything.
Where's the burning bush? Where is it?
Hey, Pastor Thomas see this.
He's out there on that yacht trying to go to Miami.
Hey, Pastor see this. He might ask you to come up and preach one Sunday.
Right.
Get that young man up here. So who you going with then? You going with Green Bay too?
I'm going with Green Bay. However, they could do whatever they want till November 29th when we play them at the Link. They can do whatever they want.
Oh, y'all play them at the Link. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be a beat down, Birdman. What are you worried about that?
No, it ain't.
Wow.
No, it ain't.
Hey, that might be interesting.
I'm more worried about the Giants than I am Green Bay.
Okay. Well, they are 6-1.
That's legit. Yeah.
Man, Trevor Lawrence had them scared there at the end, but they got that one done. Boy, your boys, Aggie P, they know how to win that fourth quarter, man.
Hey, that heart medicine coming in.
They the cardiac pack for sure. All right, well, hey, I'll close out the question of the day. Stats stole my thunder. Because I mean, he did, because I was thinking, well, it's the division for me. And when you look at the division, that's your fastest path to getting into the playoffs. And when you look at that division, even with Tampa Bay having lost 3 out of the last 4 and being 3-4, they're tied for first with the Falcons. They're both 3-4. And then you got the Panthers and the Saints 1 game behind them at 2-5. Somebody might win this division with an 8-9 record, man.
But the Panthers is 2-0 in the division right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, they're still alive.
Tampa done lost 1.
So I think because the division is so bad, and Tom is still putting up, the numbers. I mean, he's not putting up the scores. He's not getting the touchdowns, but he still put up 290, 340, and he out there completing 35 passes and everything. So, I mean, because of that division and how bad it is, and Green Bay's already in the hole with Minnesota being 5-1, I'm going to go ahead and lean towards Tampa Bay too. I hate to say it.
Me too.
But that's the way I'm going to lean to. All right. Hey, so we about even, I mean, it was 4-3. We can't be even because it's an odd number, but 4-3 in favor of Green Bay. So, we'll see how it turns out. Hey, everybody, catch us Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version the original crossover sports show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app, and you can find it on Google Play or in the iTunes store. When we come back, it'll be time to wrap it up.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the tunnel.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And hey, just a quick mention here. Hey, we talked about Clemson in the beginning. They survived. They were down 21-7 going into the fourth quarter. Syracuse, tough defensive team, just didn't have enough offense. But DJ Uyunglele was benched in that game in favor of Cade Kublik, and he went in and led the Tigers to the comeback win. So congratulations to them. They're 7-0, and they once again look like the ACC's best chance to get a team in the playoffs and have a chance at the national championship. So congratulations to Clemson, stand undefeated. And then one other note here: a Russian court has denied Brittany Griner's appeal for her 9-year prison sentence. So it looks like that thing, unless, the U.S. works something out, it looks like she's going to be doing time over there. I mean, that's crazy. Wow. So, hey, we got to realize here in America, people don't look at us like, hey, y'all the great Americans, like a lot of people think they do, especially Russia. They like, hey, we get a chance to stick it to you, we're going to stick it to you. So yeah, her situation is looking very dire there. All right, let's look at the results from last week, and they look like this. You had a tie at the top, me and TP. We both finished 5-1, so we're tied for first place for this week. So we won the week. We both picked up the coveted tiebreaker win. I have 12 now. TP has 9. Aggie P, Bromel, and Radar all tied for second at 4-2. Aggie P has 12 wins for the tiebreaker. Bromel has 14. Radar has 9. And then Birdman and Stats tied at 3-3 in third place. Birdman has 7 tiebreaker wins and Stats has 3. So let's move on and look at the overall standings. Bromel is in first place with 140 wins. Aggie P and Radar are tied with 130 wins, but Aggie P has the tiebreaker because he has more tiebreaker wins, weekly wins. And then I'm fourth with 128 wins, 2 games behind those 2 guys. And that will be your 4 playoff participants if playoffs started today. But the Queen is only 5 games back. She's been hot lately, got 123 wins. Birdman is 6 with 112 wins. He's 16 games out of that last playoff spot. And Stats has 108 wins, 20 games back, like we mentioned every week. Not eliminated, but mathematically eliminated. So There you go. All right, let's move on and look at the games for this week. We had to pick our 3 NFL teams that we pick, picking 30, not using the same team twice. I think we've picked 15 already, so we're halfway through that list. It's getting tougher to find some good teams to pick. We got some college football games. Number 2, Ohio State at number 13, Penn State. Number 9, Oklahoma State at number 22, Kansas State. Number 19, Kentucky visits number 3, Tennessee. And then the NBA, we got the Warriors at the Suns tonight at 10 o'clock to be exact. And the Hawks at the Bucs. The Bucs are 2-0. The Hawks are 2-1. That game is Saturday at 8 p.m. Then the World Series. You got to pick your World Series winner, Astros versus the Phillies. And if the series is not over by the time we meet next week, which I don't think it will be, then if your team is leading, you'll get credit for that win. And so you're going to have a total of 6 picks. We'll start off with Bromel.
Yeah, it's got the Jaguars NFL, the Eagles, and the Dolphins NFL, and then college football, Tennessee Volunteers, and then NBA, the Bucs and the Warriors.
All right, good picks there. Moving on to the next one, we have Aggie P.
Okay, NFL, I got the Titans, the Bills and the Jets, Heisman Trophy winner, Tennessee, and then
there you go.
Bucs and the Warriors.
All right, like it. Radar.
All right. I'm going with the hometown Panthers and the Patriots, the Raiders, and Tennessee, homegrown product there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Also going with the Bucs and also with the Warriors.
All right, Steph Curry getting a lot of love. Give me the Jets, the Titans, and the Raiders in the NFL, the Astros to win the World Series, Bucs in the NBA over the Hawks, and the Tennessee Volunteers and Hendon Hooker, college football. The Queen.
I have the Eagles, the Bills, the Rams, Ohio State, Oklahoma State, and Tennessee.
All right. Sweet. Love it. Next, we got the Birdman. Birdman.
I got the Commanders, my Eagles, Dolphins, Ohio State, Oklahoma State, and Tennessee.
All right. And that leaves, last but not least, stats. Go ahead and give us yours.
All right. I'm going with the Steelers. Pulling that. Pulling the Falcons this week at home. The Jaguars. I hate that pick. Oklahoma State. The Phillies to win it all. And the Tennessee Volunteers.
All right. Well, and then that leaves Brother Percy, our producer. He's doing the NFL Pick 3 with us. His 3 NFL teams this week: the Cowboys, the Colts, the Dolphins. He went 1-2 last week on his NFL Pick 3. All right, it's time for shout-outs. So shut up and play candidates. We will start with Radar.
Shut up and play to the A&T Aggies.
Oh my goodness!
I want them to show out. Don't come back with no 3-6 win. I need a 21-point win.
No, all right.
Get out there and play like Brady.
Bromel.
I just want to get a shout out to our listeners. Just appreciate your support.
There you go.
Just,
love it.
Listening to the show and giving us feedback. So shout out goes to all our listeners that watch listen to and watch the show. Excellent.
The Queen.
I want to give a shout out to everyone who's here for homecoming.
There you go.
And I want to tell to shut up and play to Radar.
Radar.
As usual. So for all our Aggies, we need to stomp Radar.
There you go. Birdman.
I want to say shut up and play to my very own Eagles. Let's prove somebody on this panel wrong.
Okay. All right. Stats.
My shut up and play moment is in regards to the New England Patriots. Absolutely horrid coaching performance from Bill Belichick on Monday night. Why would he started Mac Jones when the other guy's undefeated?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Aggie P.
Shut up and play to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers.
That's a good one. Hey, my shout out is to Joe Burrow. He threw for over 400 yards. First player in NFL history to throw for 450, 3 touchdowns, and complete 80%. He made NFL history there. A, for all of the tunnel crew, for Radar, for Bromel, for the Queen, for Birdman, for Aggie P, for Stats. I'm your man, Big T, signing off and saying, no matter where you are, look up and know that your creator's there. Until next time, see ya. And I might want to be you. We might want to be you. Aggies, get it done on Saturday.
Get it done.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for the crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.